I'd like to welcome Bulbul Ahmmed to this week's CEO Conversation at Deep Power. Bulbul is a staff scientist at the Los Alamos National Laboratory in New Mexico. Bulbul, welcome to this week's show.
Thank you for inviting me, Andrew. It is my pleasure.
Tell me how you became interested in studying or researching the geothermal energy space.
So, to be honest, it was a sudden decision. My background is in geology, numerical modeling, geophysics, and machine learning. I use machine learning, numerical modeling, and geophysics to solve subsurface problem. And one of the problems that I solve is geothermal. So during my last year of my PhD at Los Alamos, I did my PhD at Baylor University, but I was a graduate research assistant at Los Alamos National Lab. So the mentors here, they offered me to work on this project, the geothermal project. So that was in 2019. And work was on exploration of geothermal resources in the US using machine learning. And the data sources are geologic, geophysics, geochemistry, and many more. And since then, I have been working on this project, and I am a co-PI of this project. So the most exciting thing about this work is it's like we need energy every day, every moment nowadays. And if it is renewable without emitting any carbon emission, you cannot ask more than that. And that's why I'm very excited to do this work, and I hope I can continue this work in the future.
Can you share with me some of the technology or projects that you're currently working on at Los Alamos Labs?
Yeah. So it's all what we do here is all open source. It's for dissemination. What we do, we publish. Okay. And recently we have been publishing a lot. So right now I'm working on two projects. Okay. One is geothermal prospecting, or you can say geothermal resource exploration using machine learning based play fairway analysis. And the other one is on enhanced geothermal systems. So first I'd like to talk about the prospecting one. So what prospecting means, you find new geothermal resources. So probably already you know that we have discovered all the geothermal resources that shows some surface exposure. What it means, there is some signature on the surface about geothermal resources, but most of the resources in the US is hidden. It means we don't have any surface exposures. So then we have to investigate it with geology, geochemistry, geophysics, remote sensing, all kinds of data. So the traditional way is play fairway analysis, where you analyze each attribute in a data set separately or individually and find the importance of it, and then multiply all of the importance of all the attributes together and find if there is a geothermal resources or not. So limitation of that method is it doesn't analyze all the attributes simultaneously. So that's where machine learning comes here, because machine learning is good for large data set. So now we can analyze all the attributes in a data set simultaneously and find the new prospects as well as key attributes defining those prospects. And our machine learning tools called Geothermal Cloud. We have a standalone package for geothermal prospecting. It's called Geothermal Cloud. And the machine learning technique we use is a non-negative matrix factorization with customized k-means clustering. If it's a multi-dimensional data set, then it's non-negative tensor factorization with customized k-means clustering. So that's one project. It's all about prospecting. And the second one is how do you make enhanced geothermal system profitable? The enhanced geothermal means you go in the subsurface where rock is hard and hot and corrosive. So you have to drill there. You have to make fracture to make fluid permeable, like fluid more easy to flow. and then extract heat from that reservoir. So you have to invest a lot of money. Now, how can you make it profitable without creating any seismic risk? Because you inject fluid there, so you can create some seismic risk. So we have to be aware that we have to make profitable and as well as without any risk. So that is one of the fundamental work that we're doing here. I am supporting that work. I'm not any like PI of that work, but I'm supporting. So, so the PI of that project named this work as a fracture casing. Fracture casing. Case means case. Design the system in such a way that fluid will not pass certain boundary and it will not create any seismic events. And also we can find how many wells you have to drill to make a geothermal field profitable. So those are two projects on geothermal that I'm working now.
Thanks for sharing that information. So once Los Alamos Labs researches or publishes a paper, is that research or technology available to the public only as open source, or do you behave somewhat like a university where commercial businesses can also license this technology?
100%. Even if it's proprietary, then it's not for us. Basically, we'd like to give that away to any entity with some contract. Okay.
Yep.
But it's for public.
I'm also very interested in your comment about machine learning and artificial intelligence, as I have a background in that. You hear of a lot of projects being worked on in the world using artificial intelligence and machine learning, but I haven't really heard of many people talking about machine learning in the geothermal industry. When you mentioned prospecting for geothermal wells and having to compute and interpret a lot of data, I could see how machine learning could help do that. How do you think artificial intelligence and machine learning will help you now and more into the future, specifically in the geothermal industry?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely, they will help. They will facilitate better technology development. For example, uh, like geothermal prospecting, that the tool we are developing, that's almost matured because we have applied that tools in 8 data sets in US, including a huge data set and the Great Basin in Nevada, California, Idaho, Utah, and part of Arizona. We have been using that, and that is providing better results than traditional play failure analysis. That's one thing. But the future technology that I think will help us a lot is drilling, geothermal drilling. Because if we want to make geothermal like major energy sources, then you have to go for enhanced geothermal system. Because if you go to Nevada, Utah, then Eastern California, Idaho, like if you go below 2 kilometer depth, then you get a really good heat source. Now, how can you extract them? So then you have to create enhanced geothermal system, like create artificial permeability. Now, the issue is drilling is really hard there. So because of rock is hard, rock is hot, and it is highly corrosive. And also there is another problem is fluid circulation loss. So when the driller inject fluid. If that fluid lost to the formation, then you cannot drill. So that's another major drawback. So I think machine learning can help us to drill faster and like reducing the like latency time where like drillers sit down for a long time to find out what we are going to do because we have got this fluid loss circulation problem. You have to solve this. So that adds a lot of burden to the drillers or to the company who drills. Because if you sit those drillers there, then you add cost. So here, I think machine learning can help a lot using like the geological data, geophysical data, and then the drillers' data. You know, when they drill, they can control what is the drilling rate, what is the beat size, what is the beat moving rate, all this information, and combining those, if we can make a good, highly efficient machine learning tool that can help drillers to drill like much efficiently and most smoothly, most importantly, that would be great help. So that's one area. And the other area I think is like heat mining, like essentially enhanced geothermal system is we extract heat, not the water essentially, because we inject water and the water get hot by the formation heat flow or thermal gradient, and you extract that water. So we can make machine learning tools for any system. We can easily forecast how much heat we can mine from any system.
What gets you excited about the geothermal industry?
Uh, the thing is, recently now we are getting a lot of noise, and I think that is good for us, especially now government, industries, academicians, and national labs, they're all working on this problem. Uh, like major industry like Calpine, Berkshire Hathaway, Ormat, Sark, Fargo, like all the major industries, they know the problems. Academicians and the national labs, we also know the problems. The government knows the problem, and government is investing money to solve those problems. And we all are trying to solve these problems together to make geothermal industry profitable. So that's what I'm most excited about.
Thank you. What do you think are the big hurdles to making large scale geothermal production a reality?
I think technology development, like we're not mature yet because um, oil and gas industry, they're mature, and most importantly, they are located in a like sedimentary basin where drilling is easier compared to geothermal. The geothermal is mostly located in a hard and hot rock and corrosive. So we need a good drilling technology and good enhanced geothermal system technology. Like first, we have to drill efficiently, smoothly. Second, we need to, so if you want to go to any formation, any field, we have to find out how many wells we need to drill to make it profitable. So if we can solve these problems, especially these two problems, how we can make profitable and how we can drill smoothly, then I think we can cross these hurdles.
Thanks for sharing. I appreciate all this information you have shared. I know there has been more interest from the government in the form of grants and funding than there ever have been for geothermal, as well as a lot more commercial interest. There's so much potential, and this is such a big problem that there can't be too many people trying to solve these problems right now. We honestly believe in the potential of geothermal energy and specifically superhot rock. We are passionate in trying to solve these challenges so we can help communities around the world have their own reliable power sources. The democratization of power that geothermal can provide can really level the world's energy playing field.
So yeah, I totally agree with you. So I believe in geothermal energy. It has a huge potential, and we should go for it. And as you said, the democratization of energy. I think to make it successful, we need to democratize data. Like as you said, each site is unique, and so drilling on each site should be taken carefully. Now, now is the era of data science, machine learning. If we can have all this data that are available, I think we can solve that problem. But it's a hard problem. No one wants to share data. But if you want to make this successful, and if everyone shares their data, then I think we can solve a lot of problems of geothermal industry.
Bulbul, I really appreciate your time on today's CEO conversation. We really need more people like you researching and trying to solve these challenges and problems. I'm excited to hear how you are using modern technologies to solve these problems. We really wish you and your family all the best during these holidays and hope we can talk soon.
Thank you, Andrew. Thank you for inviting me. It was a great pleasure to talk with you. Talk to you soon.